Tonight on Southwest Local News. RAD CEO Mark Powell looks to resign from his position on March the 20th. Dunkeld mourns the loss of Miles the emu, investigations still ongoing. Fires caused by lightning strikes now under control in Woolsthorpe Haywood Road. And in sport, over 400 riders attend a BMX event in Warrnambool yesterday.
Live from Silver Ball Studios in Warrnambool, this is Southwest Local News with Sharna Rogers.
Good evening and welcome to Southwest Local News. Mark Powell will finish his role as RAD Health CEO on March the 20th. Mr. Powell has held the role since July the 1st, 2023. He will take up a new role in dual diagnosis with Barwon Health. Mr. Powell cited a new change in personal circumstances had been a factor in his decision to leave. He said RAD Health was in a good position to continue to grow and deliver into the future. The Dunkeld community remains in shock after the loss of a beloved member last week. Miles the emu was killed, with some locals believing the animal may have been shot. Residents Jane Gibb said Miles would visit her home daily and accompany her and her dog on walks. On Wednesday, Ms. Gibb heard 2 gunshots in the early hours of the morning. Forest and wildlife officers have commenced inquiries into Miles's death.
I'd ride my bike with the dog and she'd run along on one side of the fence while I had the dog on the bike on the other side, and she'd run down to the cemetery with us, and she'd always keep pace with the bike, so whatever speed I was going, she would go. It was just absolutely wonderful experience. It's just like this hole. So I go down to the gate now and even the dog looks to the left to see if the emu's coming, and you know, we miss her. Her presence is enormous hole. So now when we go out there, it's just vacant. There's no sound, no animal. We miss her enormously, and I find it really hard to believe that, you know, we just can't coexist with these animals. And Miles would never hurt anything. She was such a friendly, gentle animal that always brought a smile to people's face, and she was a happy animal herself. You know, you could see she was very happy living here, and she enjoyed, you know, seeing people, and yeah, it's very, very sad for us.
Police are appealing for public assistance following the theft of tyres from 2 construction trailers in Warrnambool between January the 29th and February the 2nd. Both LED signage trailers are parked on nature strips along Wollaston Road at the intersection with Walls Road and Wiltshire Street. It is believed unknown persons have attended the scene in a vehicle and removed the wheels from the trailers. Anyone who witnessed the incidents, has dashcam CCTV footage or information, is urged to contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. Lightning strikes keep CFA crews busy over the weekend. The lightning started fires at Dunmore on the Woolsthorpe Haywood Road at Bessybell and Broadwater. The blazes were grass and scrub fires, with Sunday rain helping keep them under control. Air dispatch was called to help crews on the ground. The CFA continue to be proactive to keep on top of fuel loads in a busy fire season. CFA crews have undertaken planned burns over the last 4 days. Croyd and Tarrington were locations for burn-offs over the weekend. Today it was along with Hexham, Bellingeach Road in Ellerslie, as well as a small section of the Hopkins Highway. Firefighting crews were called on Saturday night to a gas leak in Merivale. The underground leak was reported around 8 p.m. in Henry Street. Crews ensured the area was secure and were ready should they have been needed in case of ignition. Maintenance teams were on hand to fix the leak, a task done successfully with no injuries or damage to the property. Resources for CFA crews in the Colac and Otway areas has been the subject of a spirited debate in State Parliament. Member for Polwarth Richard Reardon questioned the Minister for Emergency Services, Vicky Ward, about what the Colac-Otway region was getting in return for the $5 million it pays in extra emergency services tax payments. The Minister said the government was not only providing the funding needed to emergency services, but was also proactive in taking on climate change.
An extraordinary $5.6 million in additional emergency services tax will be collected from the Colac-Otway Shire. Yet the Kennedys Creek, Irrawillipy and Yodine CFA brigades are still and will be continuing to drive around in 30-year-old tankers. Why are Victorians being taxed an extraordinary amount extra while our CFA brigades get less?
What we've seen is a government here that continues to recognise the challenges that our weather patterns are creating. We've seen it in the last few weeks with the fires that we've seen and the flash flooding. And while those opposite will continue to engage in culture wars, arguing about this and trying to create distractions, it is this government that is going to ensure that there is always funding for our emergency services, not slashing it like those opposite will.
Australia's best sheepdogs and their owners are treating audiences in the southwest. The Commonwealth Sheepdog Trials took place in Port Fairy last week. This included the competition for the Australian Dog of the Year, which was named after the late Bill Payton. This week, attention turns to Victoria Park Koroit for the Australian Sheepdog Championships. This competition will run until Sunday. Plans are already advanced for more big rigs and drivers with big hearts to hit the road again. Need for Feed Australia will be holding another hay run to the north of the state to help farmers affected by fires. The townships of Euroa and Crichtons Creek to Ruffy will be drop-off points with South drivers and farmers to again be a part of delivering of much of that feed aid. Eligible Southwest residents are being encouraged to apply for the Power Saving Bonus. The bonus is worth $100 and is open to pensioners, healthcare card and Veteran Affairs Gold Card holders. This state government initiative is open for applications until the end of March. It is a one-off payment with applications made at the Victorian Energy Compare website. That's all in general news, and after the break we'll return with sport and weather. Back soon.
At Powercorp, we know your power is essential to you, but extreme weather can damage the network. Here are some tips to stay prepared.
Know how to open garage doors and gates manually.
Charge devices and have battery-powered torches and radios ready. Have a backup plan if you rely on life support.
And rest assured, if the power goes out, we'll be working to get it back on safely and quickly. For more information, visit powercorp.com.au. Powercorp, essential as.
I specialise in finding you either your first home, your next home or your next investment property. All I've ever wanted to do was help people to be able to help them achieve their goals. I'm Teresa and I'm from Warrnambool Finance Co.
Hi, it's Libby from the Vet Group. We are offering discounted standard desexing for dogs and cats for a limited time. Your pet will receive the Vet Group's gold standard level of care at a reduced cost. Terms and conditions apply. Contact the Vet Group Wollaston, Timboon or Portland clinics and book in your furry friend today. Remember, two's a company but a litter is a crowd. The Vet Group, making pet care easy.
Is it time to upgrade that outdoor chair? How's your tent holding up? Need a gazebo for that special gathering? George Taylor Stores carry all the summertime essentials that you need to make this summer the best. We'll answer your questions and have you ready in no time at George Taylor Stores.
Tonight's Sport is proudly brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Warrnambool and Timboon. Getting the most out of your farm. Contact the team today.
Welcome back, and first making news in sport. Some of the best BMX riders in Victoria converged in Warrnambool yesterday. The Warrnambool BMX Club hosted a competition that attracted over 400 riders. The competition was round one of the Victorian Aucycling BMX Racing State Series. Many of the riders are in training for the Australian Championships in April.
Today's event is first round of the state series. Gets a lot of people up and about, gets all the kids here, or even all the adults. There's a lot of work that goes into racing BMX. It's good for the community, so yeah, we're proud to be able to host the first round. So, growing sport, more and more kids are getting into wanting to be able to race BMX, and once they come down and have a go at it and they figure out that they can do it, they get the adrenaline side of it. And being an Olympic sport too, it's just a growing sport, so the more the merrier.
A last round defeat has seen Warrnambool Gold drop to third on the Western Bowls Saturday pennant ladder. Gold lost to Port Fairy, with victory confirming the winner's place in the finals, where they play Gold again, this time in the elimination final. Top team City Memorial Red warmed up for finals with an easy win over Dennington. They will play Portland in the semi-finals, with the winner advancing to the grand final. Reaching triple figures and stunning batting collapses were part of an action-packed day one of Warrnambool Moyne cricket on Saturday. Allansford Pam Ewer piled on the pain for Warrnambool, making 6 for 384. Both Chris Bant and Shashan Silva passed the magical 100 mark. Former state cricketer Tim Ludeman made 100 as Nestles racked up to 278 against West Warrnambool. The highest individual score of the day came from Dennington's Dilip Tharaka, who made 154 against Merivale. The Ball dominated in 2 games, with 25 wickets falling in the Mortlake versus Noorat Terang match. Mortlake was bowled out for 40, with Noorat Terang all out for 49. In its second innings, Mortlake is in trouble again on 5 for 14. Port Fairy bowled North Warrnambool out for just 94, but the Eels hit back with the ball, having the Pirates 9 for 55 in reply. Cobden and Allansford Pam Ewer fight to live another day in the Warrnambool Moyne women's cricket. Both teams were victors in their elimination finals on the weekend. Cobden proved too strong for Warrnambool on Friday night, with Warrnambool falling short in the run chase by 6 runs. Last night, Allansford Pam Ewer defeated Dennington by 8 wickets at the Reed Oval. That's all in sport today. In Warrnambool, a partly cloudy day with a slight chance of a shower, with 30-kilometre winds topping at 28. After the break, we'll go through the rest of the forecast for the region. Back soon.
At Powercore, we know your power is essential to you, but extreme weather can damage the network. Here are some tips to stay prepared.
Know how to open garage doors and gates manually.
Charge devices and have battery-powered torches and radios ready. Have a backup plan if you rely on life support.
And rest assured, if the power goes out, we'll be working to get it back on safely and quickly. For more information, visit powercore.com.au. Powercore, essential as.
B&B Furniture Plus now stock a range of adjustable beds. They have mobility aids to help you live your life to the fullest, and lift chairs for the best in comfort. B&B Furniture Plus is locally owned at 203 Lava Street, Warrnambool.
The Tyre Factory Warrnambool, more than just tyres. The team at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool not only specialise in helping you with your tyre needs, but other mechanical needs as well. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool have all the leading brands of tyre, including Hankook, Maxxis and BFG, plus a number of wheel packages and wheel alignments. Get in touch with the Tyre Factory Warrnambool for all your mechanical needs, more than just tyres.
At Powercore, we know your power is essential to you, but extreme weather can damage the network. Here are some tips to stay prepared.
Know how to open garage doors and gates manually.
Charge devices and have battery-powered torches and radios ready. Have a backup plan if you rely on life support.
And rest assured, if the power goes out, we'll be working to get it back on safely and quickly. For more information, visit powercore.com.au. Powercore, essential as.
Tonight's weather report is proudly brought to you by Anchor Point Retirement Village. New homes are being built now. Book a tour today.
Welcome back. Around the southwest, clouds beginning to clear, mostly sunny on Wednesday, and Thursday, cloudy coverage. Now to the forecast. In Port Fairy tomorrow, a top of 23 degrees with cloud clearing. As for Wednesday, a mostly sunny day with light winds topping at 31 degrees with southwesterly winds for most of the day. Thursday, a cloudy day, 18 with 30-kilometre winds. In Mortlake tomorrow, a top of 31 degrees. Wednesday, a shower or two with a top of 27, expecting 2 millimetres to fall with strong winds throughout the day. Cloudy on Thursday with a top of 19 and southwesterly winds. Colac 29 and a partly cloudy day. Wednesday 27, mostly sunny in the morning with a medium chance of showers in the afternoon with 30-kilometre winds. Thursday topping at 19 with strong winds for most of the day. In Port Campbell tomorrow, 21 degrees with a partly cloudy day and light winds. Wednesday, a shower or two with 3 millimetres and a top of 23 degrees. Thursday, a possible shower with a top of 17 degrees, 1 millimetre and 35-kilometre winds. Home to Warrnambool tomorrow, a top of 25 degrees with cloud clearing and light winds all day. Wednesday, a shower or two, expecting to top at 23 degrees with westerly winds. As for Thursday, a partly cloudy day with a top of 18 degrees. That's it from your Southwest Local News team, and thank you for tuning in, whether that be online, on podcast or on 3-Way FM. If you missed any of the bulletin, you can watch it back on demand on Fitzmedias Facebook page. Until Wednesday, with peace, good night.